Alright, we're back. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but we're finally up and running. I'm your host, Afakasi Raider. Down below, you got your boy, the Nutty one, Nutty Raider Nate, for another edition, a pre-draft edition of Wake Up Nation. What's going on, Nutty Nate? What's cracking?
What's good, Oos? Good to see you, bro. You know, another day in paradise. How's it going? Everybody hear me? Do I sound clear?
Yeah, you sound clear to me. Unfortunately,
Okay.
We had everybody in the old stream, and now I've had to start again, and now everybody's... We're still waiting for people to join, so yeah. I hope the stream's working. Oh, yes, Navy Vet's back in the building, so yes, salute to you. Can you see the chat?
No, I can't see the chat.
Hang on, I got you. I need to share it with you, so just bear with me one moment. It might be a little bit small because you're on the mobile. Just give me more. All right.
Yeah.
Can you see it now?
Hey, something popped up, but no, I can't really see it.
Oh, okay. Wait for people to start talking, and then you'll see. But thanks for coming on this morning. I wanted to get your perspectives and takes, like how you feel now that we're finally here. The draft. It's draft season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk to me, Nate.
It's like the night before Christmas. It's a lot of excitement in the air right now. Oh, sorry about that.
Right.
Yeah. It's exciting right now. Everybody's kind of on the edge about who the team's gonna get, and you guys know where I stand. I'm all about the trenches. So, but the past few years, I really haven't gotten what I wanted. So, I'm prepared. I prepared myself this year to be slightly disappointed, but just expect the unexpected almost. Yeah.
Got you. So,
yeah.
Is there any prospects in particular that you're looking for?
O-line, D-line. I like Mimbu at 6. I like Mason Graham. If he slips down to us, I think Mason Graham's a must. I know a lot of people are kind of iffy about him. Some guys that I respect's opinion that they don't really like Mason Graham. They say he has short arms. He has a funny build. He showed up to the Combine like 297 when in his playing weight he's like 330, 320. But he's an animal. I can tell a football player when I see him, and he puts pressure on the pocket, and that's a guy that I've been looking at since like 2-3 years ago. A couple of years ago I was doing some scouting, looking at some film, and let me take my gun out. Sorry about that. I was watching some film, and Mason Graham just pops out the screens every time. He just always pushing the pocket. He might not always make the play, but he's in there being he's causing chaos in the backfield, and I that's what I look for. Effort. He plays with a lot of effort, and it's contagious. So we need more guys like that for Max, and then now especially with Christian Wilkins, he might not be playing the first 8 games now. They're saying he re-injured the same foot. Like I've been trying to tell you guys, he might not be ready right away, and it looks like he overdid it. My dog Gord Brett, what's good, guys? Yeah, I see the chat now. There we go. Navy Vet. Yeah. So Christian Wilkins, he might not be available for us. Apparently, it might be a smokescreen as well. I can see that being a thing too. It might just be a smokescreen, get somebody to jump up in front of us who's looking at Mason Graham as well. I think Mason Graham's a football player, and I would not be mad if we got him. I know it's not the sexy pick. I know guys want Genty, but I wouldn't be mad at Genty either. I understand that we don't have a lot of playmakers, and if that's the plan, I'm good with it. But I'm a trenches kind of guy. And I want to see that built the right way, and I think it needs improvement still. Even with the superstar defensive line we have, I'm not really sold on them guys. I've said this before. The preseason game last year, the only game we saw all 4 of them in, I wasn't too impressed. They didn't show me a lot that I was thought there was more to be worked on. So, and then especially when the injuries started happening, you need more depth. This is a great time to fill up the depth pieces and get some good quality players, football players. So I'll stop talking. Let you talk, AR.
No, that's cool, man. I appreciate your takes. You came through like a robot. Through
Oh, my bad,
half of
man.
that. It's all good, gang. It's all good. But salute to you, Chum. I see you in the building. Um, yeah, so we got the new stream up and running, but we're still having some technical issues. So my apologies. Yeah, I get you. I mean, you're on board with Mason Graham. What about that Membu cat? Like you since you want to trend
Hey,
positions.
he's another football player, bro. He's a little smaller, but that's I feel like that's the trend in the NFL nowadays. You got to be a quicker, good feet tackle to keep up with these speed rushers.
Right.
And he's also a smart football player. I look for football players, guys that play with effort, guys that can talk well, got guys that can pronunciate and express themselves, you know what I mean, correctly, and they're not just big old meatheads. And Alex Leatherwood. I'll go back to Alex Leatherwood. He was a meathead, bro. He didn't have no business being a first round pick. He should have fell at least a couple more rounds. And maybe he'd still be around. Maybe we pick him up and we move him to guard like he's probably supposed to be. But we'll
I'm not crying
Mimbu.
smoke
I
over
don't mind
Membu
Mimbu.
because I mean, like he's still what he was
Yeah,
before, bouncing around on rosters,
yeah,
not sticking
yeah,
around. So the hell with
yeah,
that guy. Shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I mean,
yeah,
even if we kept him
yeah.
at guard, he
Another one.
still wouldn't be amounting to nothing. But apparently, the Wilkins
Yeah.
injury is fake news. I mean, there's pictures of him working out like in the training room. He looks like he's walking around pretty fine. I don't know, man. Like, yeah,
Smoke screen.
smoke
I
screen.
could believe it. I could believe it. I like it. I like all the hype around Genty. I like all the hype around Graham. I'm hoping somebody falls to us and we somebody uh, um, panics. Somebody panics and jumps in front of us to get
Right.
their guy. So
I got you.
yeah,
I got you. And salute to you, Diesel. I see in the building. Sorry if I missed anyone. Like, I'm still trying to situate everything. This is kind of new to me, foreign territory. Like, trying to figure out how to work this all. Like, after using StreamYard for so many years. But yeah, so we're here. So your number one is Graham, right?
yeah. It's got to be.
Yeah. And
It's
then
got. If he's there, it's a no brainer.
after that, who would you be looking at? That should be
I want
there.
to stick. I want to stick with Mimbu. Mimbu.
Remember?
Mimbu. Mimbu. I think Mimbu could be there. Um, it depends how other teams feel about him. Uh, but I think Mimbu could be there. Yeah.
Raider Pete, salute to you. He says he's losing steam on Mason Graham. Seems like a one-trick pony. Pushes well to get to the running back, but nothing consistent in QE hits. And salute to you, Sam. I see you in the building. Do you feel the same way?
Uh, I know what he's talking about. He causes chaos in the backfield. It takes a couple guys to block him. He struggles with double teams. I see that, but you got to double team. That's the thing. And who you going to double team? Him or Max Crosby or Wilkins when he comes back or Kuntz? You got to pick your poison. Mason Graham is a football player. I can see that right away. So. I don't know. There's some other guys out there, some defensive tackles I think that are nice. The kid from Toledo, he's pretty nice, but he's got injury issues. Another kid from Ole Miss, I think he's versatile, but I ain't still. I think I've been watching. Like I said, I've been watching Mason Graham for like 2-3 years, and
You like what you see?
he could have came out last year. He would have been a top defensive tackle. So.
Gotcha.
I think he's a football player. Yeah.
And what about that other offensive tackle that's pegged to go around, like even before Membu?
Campbell or Banks? Banks is moving up. I like Banks. He's got good technique. He's inconsistent though. He's not as nasty as I'd like my offensive lineman to be. Membu's nasty. Campbell's a technician. He's a little smaller though, but if that's the plan, I'm okay with that. If we start him off at guard and maybe when Colton Miller decides to walk off into the sunrise, we move him to left tackle. But yeah, I don't know what their plan is, but it's exciting. It is exciting.
And shout out to everyone in the chat. If you could just double tap that screen one time, that's how you hit the like. Hopefully we can get some more people up in here. So I know that you're on board with taking Mason Graham over Genty at 6, but what about the two tackles? Like, is that a position you would rather attack, even if we did bring back Colton Miller as that guy
Yeah,
who
yeah,
should take
definitely.
over? Okay, I
We
got you.
we we, we gotta prepare for the future. We gotta get more depth. Even if we get a tackle and we slip him in the guard just for time being. We need and it doesn't sound like the sexy pick. I get it. We don't get a guard in the first round with the sixth pick, but um, I think you upgrade the offensive line significantly, whether it's you keep Membu or whoever it is at right tackle, and you kick DJ Glaze in the guard. That already upgrades your offensive line
You want to
tremendously.
kick DJ Glaze into guard?
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Well, that's what we'd have to do if we got Membu. That's what us Membu is a natural right tackle. I like Glaze at tackle. He's just not as good of a run blocker, which is why I kind of struggle with that idea as well. Because your guard's got to be maulers in the middle, and but I like Glaze. He's got heavy hands. If we could get him a little bit more aggressive, I think he could work on some of his run blocking techniques and we'll see. But yeah, I know that's not the best pick. That's why I'm not against going for Genty or getting some sort of skill player, because I get it.
Chris
I just don't know
Morales
what
is
their
saying,
plan is.
we could put Campbell in at guard, but like my perspective on that, and this is something I said on the JWB panel when I shared it with you, when I debate people on the topic of DJ Glaze moving him around. Like it's like I keep saying, name one tackle that we've drafted in forever that played better than what DJ Glaze did at tackle specifically. Name one. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to do a lot of digging, like even before my time as a Raider fan. Like he was better than Jared Valdir. He was better than Colton Miller, because Colton Miller struggled in his rookie season. To have a rookie who didn't struggle at right tackle, a position we have struggled for as long as I can remember, outside of Trent Brown, who he was good when we can get him on the field. So that for me is why I feel so strongly with the fact that it's like, you know, we've finally got a guy, a young cat that can solidify that spot for years to come. Why fuck with that? Just leave him there.
I agree.
Leave him there.
I understand that.
That's my.
I understand that thought process as well.
Yeah, and
I'll go back to something we both agree on. We only won 4 games last year, so
right.
we got to mix some shit up.
Right.
We got to see what's going on.
Right.
Kappa is Crappa. Yep. I don't trust Crappa.
No, I don't either. But yes, we did only win 4 games, which is why, like, you know, when you say, like, bring up that point when it comes to losing free agents that people are crying spilt milk over, and to a point, like, you know, I didn't like to see them go, but at the same time, it's like, well, we only won 4 games. So what?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, we got to get better, and if it means getting better by bringing some new bodies in the door that we draft, that could be better. And salute to you, Chalmers. See you just joined back. And Gord, if I didn't say hello already. So yeah, that's just my philosophy on the situation. But I do agree we do need to address the interior, and I believe they're going to do that. And I've highlighted a few times on a few lives. I feel like I'm a broken record when I share my takes, but I try to keep it consistent. Like, I feel like we draft well, getting interior guys rounds 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's ideally where I would like to attack the interior rather than having to utilize a first rounder if we've got a guy. And salute to Jerry and Cheeto. Nice to see you in the feeds, my friend. Like, I'm on the Genty train, as you know, being that, like, my point is that, like, if this, I know people say this is the deepest running back room for years, and great, fantastic, and we could find guys later on down the line. I totally get that. But at the same time, if Genty's the best of the bunch and he's there, you know what I'm saying, in a deep running back class, then, like, we're a team very void of playmakers. And if this is the guy who has the best chance to contribute right from the rip, then we got to pull the trigger, right? That's just how I see it.
Yeah. You have to consider it. I agree. I'm not against it. If that happens, I'm okay with it. I am a little concerned with his workload in college. He carried that team.
He did.
Another thing is his pass blocking is being scrutinized right now. So that's also concerning. We need to keep Gino upright, and we can't be having some rookie out there missing blocks or not knowing who to block.
Right.
He's got to understand what he's saying. That can be coached. It could be coached. So it's I'm not against Genty. I like what I see. So,
yeah.
But I know there's options later on that we can fix a lot of things with. I think, in my opinion, I think we could fix a lot of our issues with solidifying our offensive line.
Right. But again, like to that point, like, you know, we have 8 other draft picks as it stands if we don't move. You know what I mean? Like, it's, and I highlighted this before, like, it's not like if I feel like when people like when debate about who we draft in the first round, it's like that's the only pick we have. It's like, well, I get it. There's a drop off in talent when you go from round 1 to 2 to 3, 4, whatever, but it's not like it's the only pick we have. Like, we can address those other areas of need, you know, down the line, like with the rest of the picks. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you know, it works both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and there's a lot of good interior offensive linemen in this draft. So we don't need to reach for a tackle either. But if that's the route they go, because the value is there, I'm not against it. Maybe they just want their own guys in the building too, because it's the new regime, and Colton Miller's doing the holdout thing. You never know if that's their plan to keep Colton Miller around. Maybe he's part of a trade package that I don't know. I like Colton Miller. I'm tough on him a lot, but
Right.
I think his performance has been declining the past couple of years. It's just it's unfortunate, but it's just part of football. If it's the NFL, not for long. He's been here for 7-8 years now, so
Sorry.
if it's time to go, no. If it's time to go, it's time to go. So I'm not attached to any of these players. I was ready to let go of Max. I've been ready to let go of Colton Miller. So it's not. It's if you can help us win, let's go. But if you start being a distraction or you start complaining about money or this and that, and we only won. I'm gonna go back. We only won 4 games last year, and you guys are asking for a bag. I'm looking at the motherfucker ponying up the money too. Like, stop paying these motherfuckers. Let them go. Like, yeah.
Right. And I agree with Cheeto. He says we need help at cornerback bad. Yes, we do. Like, that's another position that like is looking very bleak in terms of, like, I mean, we got Jacorian Bennett, who showed some very positive signs last year, took bigger strides than what I expected him to make. But outside of him, who have we got? Like, it's a scary looking room, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, we really need, like, some of these guys that, like, we picked up in free agency or, like, that have been hanging around our roster for the last, 2-3 years. Like, we're going to need a big jump from DeCam Richardson. We're going to need a big jump from Darnay Holmes. We're going to possibly need Sam Webb to, if he makes the roster, if he's still around, to finally take that jump. Like, unless we draft someone and he's good right from the rip, it's a scary looking room. And I guess the same could be said with linebacker. I mean, like, we're banking on Devin White to return to form. We've got a Landon Roberts, who's a seasoned veteran, and salute to you, King Alexander. But outside of that, like, I mean, I know a lot of people are high on Amari Gaynor. I liked what I saw from the kid too. He showed very positive signs of life to earn a roster spot last preseason, but in the regular season, he didn't really do too much, and neither did the rest of those linebackers that we have on the roster. And I'm looking at guys like Tommy Eichenberg and Amari Burnett, like, even my guy, Luke Masterson, if he's still there, like, come on, gang. Like, it's time to step your game up, earn your keep. Otherwise, you got to get up out of here.
Yeah. No, yeah. We got a lot of holes to fill. Pause.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work to do. So it's a roll of the dice right now who we're gonna get. Like, pick. I mean, it's all speculation still. I mean, we're right here now. We're on the doorstep of our future,
Yeah.
and what it's going to look like, what direction we're going to go in,
Right.
what our mentality is going to be. So it's hey, bro, this is it. This is it.
Right. Right. You know, we got to get it right. We need to hit more home runs than ever before. We can't afford to have these draft classes where, you know, kind of like with 2023, you know what I'm saying, where like the best of the bunch is what, Ja'Cory Bennett and like Aiden O'Connell, you know, if we move on from him, whatnot. And thank you for the super chat, Chris 4 Raiders. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, there's the graphic on the screen. Thank you very much. Salute to you. So Chris 4 Raiders says, just want to say love the Raider passion from you both. No, I appreciate you, Chris. We you know, the feeling is mutual with your content.
Hey, bro.
And yeah, it's all good, gang.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. I'm gonna buy some lunch later with that money. Thank you.
For sure. Damn it, I lost my chain of thought. But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I've highlighted that.
It's AR's money. It's AR's money.
It's all good, gang. We can't afford to have these draft classes like 2023 where we're still waiting 3 years down the line for all three of our top 3 draft picks. One's not even on our roster anymore, to establish themselves. You know, I'm looking at Tyree. I'm looking at Michael Mayer. You know what I'm saying? And even the guys later down the line like Amari Benet. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like what I said about the linebacker core, I'm going to say about them. Like, these guys got to step their game up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's kind of unfair that we're having to look to the draft to address a lot of positions immediately, and hopefully they can come hot out of the gate. And that's going to be our best chance this year for us to push for immediate success, because like the roster with how it stands at the moment, I see this more as a transitional year than like, you know, we're going to be pushing for playoffs unless it's proven otherwise. And salute to you, Dixon. I see you in the building. Nice to see you, my friend. So, yeah. Got much to say about that?
Bro, it's
It's a new regime. We have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And
I'm
this has to be the start. Then
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I think we'll be in the mid range. I don't think we'll be that bad. I think we're gonna win some games. I hope Pete Carroll can stick around long enough. I am kind of worried about Pete. I don't know how many other people are really willing to admit about Pete's age, but a lot of clips I see, I get kind of concerned. Like like he's got to go take a nap or something. Let him go fucking get some more milk and take a nap. Like I like the dude. I like the philosophy. I like the idea, but I'm hoping the guys will fall in line. Maybe like I've said this before. Pete Carroll's the key to unlock a lot of this stuff. A lot of these players' potentials, like Bernay, like a Gardner, like a DeCam Richardson, like some of our safeties we've drafted in the past with Chris Smith, Polamalu's another one. Like, yeah,
well,
just step their game.
Polamalu at least like solidified himself last year. That's why we moved on from all the safeties we had previous year. They've shown a lot of confidence in. He was actually the first guy we resigned, if I'm not mistaken, in the offseason.
No, yeah.
So that
first
speaks
one.
volumes to the confidence level they have in you know, Isaiah Polamalu. At least this is a guy who was an undrafted free agent, and like I keep saying, with any undrafted free agent, if we even get them to become even like a rotational player, a guy who can come off the bench or do something, some of the times, that is a big win. So to get a guy who's worked hard, who's outperformed a lot of these other safeties, because we drafted a lot of safeties in the last, 3-4 years, you know what I'm saying? And Trayvon Morig is the only one who's really amounted to anything. All the rest of them did next to nothing or hasn't done anything noteworthy yet.
Yeah.
And Polamalu got his chance last season, and he, I thought he hit it out of the ballpark. And salute to you, Cheeto. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. I'm just gonna wait for the graphic.
I like Polamalu. I like Polamalu. I really do. I do think he's out of position sometimes on some of the passing plays. I think he struggles with coverage a little bit. He might fall for the bait, take the bait occasionally. That's my concern with Palomar. So I hope that Pete Carroll can kind of give him some pointers or something. But I don't. I'm not down on Palomar, but I do think there's improvement that needs to happen for him to be the full-time starter going in. So
progressed every year since he's been on the roster. But I'm just gonna read out this comment real quick because it was a super chat from Cheeto. Salute to you. He says, salutes to AR and Nutty. We are a passionate bunch. No other fan base is like the Nation, especially here in YouTube world, right? Win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till we die. Absolutely. And I appreciate the super chat. Like, much love, my friend. You keep doing your thing as well, Cheeto. I don't know. Did you say you were going to be in Vegas for the draft? But yeah, whatever you're doing for the draft, like, I hope you enjoy, and everyone else as well. Like, that goes for everyone. You know, it's happy draft day. Finally, we're here. But On6 has a question for the panel. One player you don't want us to draft.
Shador.
Okay, Shador.
Shador.
Right.
I'm not against it. Hold on. Let me take that back. If we get him in like the second or third round later on, that's more ideal for me. But I'm not with the 6th overall pick. I think there's other needs we need to address before that. Yeah.
Dixon, you know what time it is? Replay game. Well, my stance on Shador has always been this, and this is with any quarterback if we were to take one. If the coaching staff and the front office have that much confidence and faith that whoever is there can be the guy that can take us to heights that we haven't seen for a long time at the most important position of football, then no pick is overreaching if they truly believe that's the guy. But unless they feel that that's the guy, and unless they feel like if we looking at these younger cats, not just in round 1, but round 2, 3, 4, whatever it may be, and if they don't have a higher ceiling than, say, an Aiden O'Connell, then it's like, really, well, what's the point? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I only want them to draft quarterbacks specifically if they truly believe that that can be his ceiling. You know what I'm saying? And salute you, Seabass, I see you in the building. So that's my take.
I'll give a more... No, yeah. I'll give a more general answer too. Anybody with the injury history, I don't want no projects.
No kickers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, another tight end. I'm straight. I don't think. Well, with the 6th overall pick, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want any injury players.
No.
I don't want anybody coming off of surgery.
No.
I don't want no kickers, no punters, no tight. No. I think we're good off of tight ends for a little bit.
Right.
Everything else is up for grabs for me. Linebacker, cornerback, maybe safety. I'm good off the safety for a little bit, maybe later on in the rounds. But yeah.
The only positions at the top of my dome I feel like we're good at, like in terms of positional groups, and we only really need to look at depth unless there's really a game changer there. I mean, we're very strong on the defensive line outside of, like, you know, you believe that Mason Graham can be an immediate game changer, which I guess you got to pull the
football
trigger,
player.
You know what I'm saying? If it's not Jensen. Yep. And the rumors are true, which I don't believe it is. And salute to you, Raider Joe, my RWO brother in arms. Much love, my friend. RWO for life. Yeah, so the defensive line, we're good on paper as long as everyone stays healthy. And, you know, our starting tight end, like with Brock Bowers, right? I mean, Geno Smith, like, at the very least, he can be solid for us. But, you know, it's like I said before, if there's someone young there that they truly believe can be the face of this franchise down the line, then no pick is too early to pull the trigger on said position. So that's how I feel. But one last thing on Shador. I'm going with my gut. And a lot of you are probably going to share these sentiments. Shador is either going to be a baller, if it's us who takes him, or whoever takes him, or he's going to flame out in epic proportions. It's one or the other. You're not going to get a solid cat. He's going to be a baller or he's going to be an epic boss. So that's just how I feel.
I thought about that with Cam Ward. I think you just described Cam Ward, in my opinion. I think I think Shador's going to be a decent mid quarterback. I think his ceiling is going to be Geno Smith. That'd be my comp for Shador. Kind of he can move around if he needs to, but he's more of a pocket guy. It's going to take a little while, a few years. But Geno Smith's like in his 10th year or something like that. It's going to take a few years for him to develop before he gets to Geno Smith's level right now. Yeah, that's my opinion. And another thing is too, Shador, just when he talks, bro. Like I said earlier, when I'm listening to who we're going to draft and offensive linemen and defensive linemen, I'm seeing how their cadence is and how they talk and kind of their mindset. And I don't like Shador's mindset at all. I don't like the way he talks. He kind of mumbles and shit. I mumble too, but I'm not a quarterback. I'm kind of a, you know what I mean. I'm just a regular schmegular dude, you know. But I'm not a fan of Shador's cadence. The way he carries himself. He entitled for sure. He's I don't think he understands how lucky he is to be in the position he is in, considering his.
I hear Shador interviewed very poorly, like almost generational poorly from reports with some of the teams. So that's a bit of a red flag right there, right?
And maybe he's just playing dumb, just so his stock drops. But I don't like it, bro. I don't like it either. I don't like it either. I don't like his raps. I don't like his fucking raps. I heard his rap the other day. I was like, nah, this ain't it.
I'm over having rappers on our roster.
Yeah. Hey, Darren Waller came out with a slap, bro. Darren Waller got a slap right now. I like Darren Waller.
I will give you that one. Like Darren Waller, I actually like. There's a lot of his music I don't mind, and at least with Waller, like a lot of his music's positive messages. You know what I'm saying? So, I can appreciate that. And look, I'm not even going to call out his name, but Wrench Gang, you know what to do with that guy in the chat. Get the gap, blast this fool out of my stream. Get him out of here. Anyways, so that's just how I feel. I don't want any more Damon Arnett's, Trayvon Mullins, and all these other cats who focus more on their rap career than they do on the playing field, right?
Yeah. He's worried about the wrong things. You gotta stay in the film. You gotta communicate with your guys. You gotta. There's a lot of other stuff you need to be doing other than writing raps and making beats. And it's
J-Dog said he left 5 minutes into the podcast because you're mumbling.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, bro. Your dad got all that money. Your dad should have invested in like a speech therapist or something. Like, you know what I mean? This should have been fixed a long time ago. So, I don't know. I don't like the way he carries himself.
I don't care how a player talks per se, as long as you get it done on the field and your attitude's not.
No, you're right.
You're not a shitbag. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Brock Bowers is a very soft-spoken kind of guy. Doesn't really talk too much to the media, and I don't care about that. So, yeah. On 6, your comment. But anyways,
that's just flying. The chat's cracking right now. I can't see none of it. It's just flying.
I appreciate you guys. It's good to see the chat's active, and I've got this stream up and running the way I want it to, because I was having a lot of technical issues before. So I'm hoping I can run it like this come the draft with my guys. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go crawling back to StreamYard, which I really don't want to do because I spent so much time trying to edit this up and try and make it to the point where it's at now. So yeah, StreamYard.
Fuck StreamYard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Is there any other guys like maybe down the line, not just round one? Like, I mean, you're more proficient with like the prospects in the draft. I believe so. Maybe I'm mistaken, but like, is there any other guys you've earmarked that like you would like to see us take a flyer on?
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go this year. I don't know. It depends on who we get in the first round, in my opinion.
Right.
It's we have so many holes, so many needs, but
so many.
If you guys, there's that Texas cornerback, but I think he's going to go in the first round. There's a lot of dudes. There's some nose tackles that I like later on in the rounds. We need a nose tackle badly. I like Jenkins, but he's old. He had a bad year last year. We need another
I don't
backup.
think he's even on the roster anymore.
Jenkins?
Yeah. Am I mistaken in that?
I thought he signed 2 years, but okay.
Chat, am
If
I
he's
mistaken in thinking that? And
we
Salute
need a
Westside, I
nose
see the
tackle
building.
either way. Either way, we need a nose tackle.
Right.
Um,
What about Butler? You don't think Butler gets the job done? Like I like
he's
that
not a nose
combination
tackle.
of
He's
Butler and Christian Wilkins.
he's a three. Um, he's a three technique Butler for sure. He can push. He could play nose, but you want him in the three. Um, he's kind of a smaller frame guy.
Hey,
Uh, but,
Westside. Sorry, you go ahead.
go ahead. No, what were we saying? Go
No,
ahead.
I was just going to say because Westside's saying we need a running back. Hey, you already know my stance, Westside. I agree. Like if Genty's there, we got to pull the trigger. That's just the direction I would take. But on the other side of that, like to your point, Nate, like we have that many holes on the roster. Like as long as we take any of those prospects at all those multiple positions that we have holes in that are pegged to go in that top 10 range, like as much as I would like Genty first and foremost, but like if we go in another direction and get ourselves one of those said players, then I can live with that. But I do want Genty. Shit, I want us to draft 2 running backs. I want us to get another cat like down the line. You know what I'm saying? Even if we do get Genty, like I'm not going, and I've said this how many times. I'm going to go on another rant. I don't want to go another season where we had the very dead last rushing attack in the league. That just was unacceptable, and like I don't want to go another season like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to bring that running back room back to excellence. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it starts with Genty, but whoever we bring in the door, draft 2, draft another cat down the line. I don't care. And salute to you, Jason. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about the situation.
Cam Scatterboo. Cam Scatterboo, running back out of Arizona.
I hear a lot about him.
That's one of my guys I want to get. He could be a late 3rd round pick, early 4th round, depending on what you value him as, or depending on your need as well. I like Cam Scatterboo. I think he's a Raider. I think he plays hard. He runs hard.
Thank you.
We need that.
Chat. Appreciate you. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just read it out quickly.
No, yeah.
Continue to cook.
Go ahead.
3 new running backs. No more Amir, Sincere, and Zamir. Right. Well, Sincere, I'm willing to like see what he can do in preseason, but you know, Sincere and Lobby's another one. Like he doesn't get an automatic pass, in my personal opinion, to make this roster. Both those 2 cats got to show out in preseason, because if they don't, then honestly, like I'm good with kicking roster. Both of them are like. Dylan Lorby, I can see if he doesn't quite look the goods in preseason, if they stash him on the practice squad, so be it. But in regards to Sincere, like he's already had 3 seasons on the practice squad. I'm not giving him another one. You know what I'm saying? So
No, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolute Art, I see in the building.
Yep, they're all on the hot seat. Yep.
Cheeto
Zeus.
says, thought we had Christian McCaffrey 2.0. No more Lobby, no more.
No.
Zeus. Well, look,
No.
Zeus. Fuck, I'm not even going to call him that. Why did I even say that in the first place? Zamir. he never earned the nickname for me. Like you already know. I'm not going to go on another Zamir White tirade. But yeah, Zamir White. Like I don't want to see him take another snap as a Raider. You know what I'm saying? He really needs to show out in preseason if he's going to make the roster. And where is Nutty Nate gone? Come back. Come back. All right, I'll wait for Nutty to situate himself. Hopefully he returns. But yeah, that's just how I feel about the running back situation. Yeah, draft 2, please, or at least 1. There's no way, no how we're not going to at least take 1 running back. Like, it's just not going to happen. If I could mortgage everything I owned to bet on the fact, I would. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and to your comment there, Cheeto. Sincere can't stay healthy. He's hurt walking off, right? And salute to you, Red and I see you in the building. Nice to see you, my friend. Like, with Sincere, like, yes, granted, he played well in that stretch of games, like, better than I thought he could. And salute to him. Like, I can appreciate that. Like, he made the most of his chance. But he's been sitting for, 2.5 seasons on the practice squad. He shows up for 4 games and he's injured again. Like, Yeah. That's why I said, like, I'm not willing to uh, put my full endorsement on Sincere yet. I want to see him healthy in the preseason. I want to see him beat out at least 2, maybe even 3 of these young cats that we bring in the door to earn a roster spot. You either earn it or you got to go. Like I highlighted before, he's already had 3 seasons on the practice squad. You ain't getting a 4th. Show out or ship out. So that's how I feel about Sincere. Chris for Raiders. You see, I was about to go rage about that false No, I'm in a good mood. It's draft day. Happy draft day. So I'm all Zamir Whited out, per se. It's no secret. Like, I go on some tirades. I'm a passionate guy about the running back situation. But, like I keep saying, like, to be dead last rushing attack in the league, to have our feature back averaging 2.8 yards per carry, more fumbles than he had touchdowns, that is unacceptable. And I'm not going another season with that being the case. Like, just no way. Anybody that we draft, whether it's Genty or down the line somebody else, like, surely these cats can do better than that, even right from the rip in their rookie season. I don't know what's happened with Nate. Just going to check my phone, see if he's okay. One moment, please, chat. On 6 spamming the emojis. Drafting a tight end. Well, like, if we were to move on from Michael Mayer, like, I mean, I wouldn't be mad with us drafting, like, a depth guy down the line. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, can't hurt us, I guess. But only that, like, we don't need to invest early in a tight end, in my personal opinion. I'd be sending medical assistance for Gino all year if we get Milrow at 6. I don't know. Like, I don't see it happening. But look, I guess, like I said before, like, if they truly see somebody that can give us hope that he can be the guy who can take us to heights at the quarterback position that we haven't seen for many years, then no pick is too early. But only if that's how they truly feel, whatever guy it is. So, yeah. The Vegas odds got us with Kelvin Banks or Membu. Who is Kelvin Banks? Sorry if somebody in the chat can educate me or enlighten me. I know who Membu is, but Kelvin Banks, like, a little hazy. I've heard the name, but what position does he play? But yeah, I'm done with Amir. The end is near with them. Right, yeah, I am so done. I'm so done. Well, Amir actually, at least he was, like, decent and he played solid for us, but we've moved on from him and we signed Mostert, so we're going to have to see if Mostert can fill that void, being that solid veteran presence. Inside information alert. JPJ dad going to be at summer kickoff. Okay, that's what's up. So yeah, no, me and Aunt, we're going to be doing our own draft reactions to round 1, 2, 3. We'll see how we feel on day 3, because it's going to be late for me. Like, I got to stay up till midnight to catch the later rounds. So yeah, like, I'm going to try and bender it, but it's going to be a tough ask, especially, like, I've got to do a little bit of work after day 2. So yeah, it's going to be an all-day bender, but it's going to be exciting. I'm going to try and make the effort. You'll be at your kid's last music concert during round 1. Okay. Well, at least you can keep up with your phone, right, Raider Pete? The reports are starting to come out. Yeah, right. Yeah, don't even get me started on that one. I'm going to try and not talk about those numpties one time, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's just... Yeah, you already know what time it is, Cheeto. But salute to everybody. I don't know what's happening with Nate. Like, I was hoping to have him stick around on the panel for a little bit, because I was actually going to do a 3-round mock draft with Nate, see how he does, per se. I'm just going to call him. Fuck it. See what the hell he's doing. We'll call him together, chat. It starts at midday. No, wait, no. early morning for me. So 8 a.m. Is when the round one starts, and day two I think starts at 7 a.m. So it's directly opposite East Coast time, if that makes sense. So of course it starts in the evenings for you guys, but yeah. We'll do it with you. Oh wait, he's back. All right. I was going to say if you want to pull up one time, but give me a moment. I've only got it catered for the way I've laid out for one guest on the stream. All right, he's back. 98. Do you
Yeah,
read me?
yeah.
Over.
My bad, guys. I didn't have my inverter on. I had the phone play. This thing sucked up my power like fucking. Oh shit! Yeah.
Did you run out of battery?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit.
I had a full battery when we started. It was like 80%, but that shit went by fast. Yeah, my bad, guys.
Now, Cheeto, I don't know if you were asking to pull up. Like I've only catered for one guest on the panel, but I would love to do a live with you sometime soon, Cheeto. It's been too long since I had you on my panel, my friend. But yeah, any other takes, Nate? Like any other thoughts on the draft?
Trades. I'm not against trading. We have so many needs. If it sounds good, if it's worth it, I think we do it. Depending on who's on the board, of course. I think we got to take best player, but if depending on what happens and how it plays out, we'll see. We'll see. I don't see a lot of players. I don't see a lot of teams trading with the Raiders though. I think we're just kind of that black sheep, kind of blackballed in the NFL still. I've said this before. It's I don't think we get a lot of the kids on the playground want to play with us. We play too rough, you know.
Do you remember the last time we traded in the first round?
I want to say DJ Hayden.
2013.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember?
And who did we? I saw the show. I watched. Yeah, I watched you guys. I remember you guys talking about it.
It was we traded back to like the number 14 pick, and we picked up a second rounder from the Dolphins, and we selected Menelik Watson.
Menelik Watson.
Another
case.
Hey, go ahead.
Yeah. No, he wasn't that bad to me though.
He wasn't that great. Oh, he's gone. His phone's crapped out on us. Oh well, it's all good. It's all good. Well, yeah. I don't know what to say, but yeah, with Menelik Watson, like it's another case in point with like he's another guy who didn't pan out at tackle. We drafted him to be right tackle specifically. He never worked out for us. He was always hurt, and even when we got him on the field, he was pretty mid to say the least. But you know, yeah, it brings me back to again DJ Glaze, like, and why I don't want to fuck with what he's been able to do, and the way I see him trending upwards. He could possibly be that young player we've been finally looking forward to solidify a position that's been a turnstile since I've been a fan. You know what I'm saying? So we finally get a young cat at that said position who played well enough, in my personal opinion, and like I said, better than all these other right tackles or tackles, period, that we've drafted since 2009 at any position, whether round 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever. I don't give a shit. I know there's no round 10. I'm just making a point. So, yeah. Khalil was a huge disappointment for me. Oh my God. We were at 4. We should have ended up with a dog, right? Like, and this is why what I say about Tyree as well, like when I go on my rants per se, like that to get rotational guys at best in the first round. I salute to you, Raiden, my Australian New Zealand Raider brother from across the coast. Like, I appreciate you. Nice to see in the feed. It's pretty late, but you're probably as excited as I am for the draft. Yeah, to get a rotational guy in the first round, especially top 10, is just unacceptable. And I really want to see Tyree solidify himself year 3. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't be mad with trading him. I mean, there's rumors that could be the case. And salute to you, Gravy. Nice to see you in the feed, my friend. I don't know if you're going live this morning. I saw you may have. You've been going live around this time of late, so I appreciate you pulling up one time. But yeah, I'm back to what Nate said before. Like, I'm done with these like project players, injured players, that we draft round one. Like I don't want to do that again. Like just at the very least get a guy who at least is the very least projected to go around then and can be ideally at least a starter day one. You know what I'm saying? Like I can give concessions year one, year two to show progression in that, but like yeah, with those two guys specifically, Tyree and Klee, like no one's going to sell me that the production and what they've been able to do in their first two, or in Farrell's case, like throughout the duration of his Raider career, that's good enough. It's not. Like it's unacceptable for me, and no one's going to sell me otherwise. You don't have to ship it though, because I'm back in the NO main. What are you talking about, Raider Joe? Oh, about the beard kit. Okay, gotcha. I might need some of that too. I get kind of itchy from time to time. But yeah, I don't know if his phone's crapped out for good now. If he might come back, but I might roll for another 10 minutes. And if I can't get Nutty Nate to pull back up, then yeah, I might just get up out of here. The draft is going to be starting in 8 hours, so. Yeah, I need to get some sleep because it's going to be an all-weekend bender, right? But yeah, look, I really want them to do well. I mean, I want them to do well every year in the draft, but especially this one. Like, this for me is, I've stressed before, and I guess I say it every year, but especially this season, like, we've got 9 picks. This is the most important draft class in a long time. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of languishing in mediocrity. I'm tired of year in, year out, we're having hope and hoping things pan out. You know what I'm saying? I want to go into a season with confidence that, right, we're in a good position to really make a push. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with the draft. Like, we have to at least nail it with 3 of our picks. 3 of the 9. Get us some day one starters. Hopefully a game changer or 2. More would be nice. Like, that would be amazing. And we could really build on that moving forward. And hopefully by next year or even the year after, we could really be pushing for that playoff appearance or even further than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Super Bowl is the goal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm tired of us not being even close to being in contention. Like, why can't it be us? You know what I'm saying? Like, how long do we have to wait till, like, we get to where we want to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of it. That's it. Plain and simple. I'm sick of it. I'm so done. And yeah, can we just get there finally, please? Yeah, I don't know, gang. I don't know if Nate's gonna have battery to pull up one time. Raiden, I am not going live. I'm going to do a live reaction to the pick, but I'm going to record it like I have been doing in previous seasons. The pick specifically, and then uploading it later. However, Raiden, I did speak with our guy Tatted just today. We were actually talking about you. Like, I would love to get together with you and Tatted. Like, get us doing like an Australian live together. Like, we haven't done one for a while, and maybe if you and Tatted are free on Sunday, like, we could do a show, like, talking about the picks, like, together. I don't know if Tatted's going to be busy watching AFL, but, you know, just saying, brother. Lecky, salute to you. Nice to see you in the feed, my friend. Malolele. Yeah, Nate did. Well, he tried, but I think he messed up with the whole charging the phone business, right? For sure, brother. Yeah, you do that, Raiden. Please hit me up. Yeah, I mean, it's been a minute since I've done like content with my Aussie contingent with Raiden and Tatted Giraffe. So I think that it'd be good to have the band back together, even just one time, just to share our thoughts on that. Especially since, you know, we're from across the ocean, and, you know, the majority of my audience is American, all my American brothers and sisters. So yeah. Hey Cheeto, I don't know if Nate's gonna pull up again. Like, what did you say you had a minute? Did you want to come on the live one time? If you do, I'll send you the link. You'll have to connect headphones or earphones, like if you've got wireless ones, because the audio issues with connecting via phone by this program that I'm using here is a little bit complex, so to say. So, are you about to board my flight? Okay, that's what's up. Raider Joe, you are a real American. Fight for the right on everything. Right. All right, gang. Well, look, I think he's gone, so I don't know if he's gonna pull back up again. So I might get up out of here unless anybody's got any further questions. You know, I mean, I can continue to spitball. Otherwise, I might just whip on out of here. Black hole down under. Nah, keen, bro. I'll be free this weekend. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I'll hit you up about Sunday, Raiden, and I'll talk to Tatted as well. Like I said, it'd be nice to have, you know, just do a live one time just with you guys. So yeah, Leo, be careful out there, homie. You out of bounds. Well, what are you doing right now, Grady? Are you busy? You probably got a live coming up soon, right? Raider Joe, how big is it? Don't ask, don't tell. Pause. What that's a reference from a movie. I don't know what. Leo on Con Air right now. Great movie. Nicolas Cage. Who do you want at 6? Final question. Okay. Look, I'm on board the Genty train. Like I keep saying, like, this is from accounts the deepest rated running, sorry, the deepest running back room class in a while. So that's a stable full of stallions, right? So if Genty is the stallion amongst stallions, and it's going to address a high position of need, and he's the best player available at said pick, then to me it's a no-brainer. Genty. But whatever, if they go in a different direction, like I kept saying, like, as long as they're not getting some Joe Schmo that's not in range to go top 10 project, friggin' injured player, whatever it is, like, I'm good. I'm good. And salute to you, Raider Twan. Nice to see you in the feed, my friend. What about you, Twan? What are you up to? You want to pull up one time? Otherwise, yeah, I'll probably just get on out of here if everyone's busy in that. Salute to you, Sal. Might just take some sip of my H2O. Sorry, chat. Sometimes I find it hard to keep spitballing when, like, I've already, like, shared my takes and opinions already, and I feel like a bit of a broken record if, you know, it's not taking the conversation in a different direction, or there's not really many other questions to answer per se. Chris. Oh, okay, Chris. Oh, my bad. All right, I'll send. Oh, wait. Sorry, Chris. I was just about to send you the link, but it looks like Nate is back. So hold that thought. All right, we'll see if we can get him situated. So I appreciate it, Chris. All right. He's back.
Hey. Nah, and my bad, guys. Hey, fucking, it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. My bad, guys. I probably just need a new phone. I don't know what's going on. This shit's fucking. It's not working.
It's all good, man. I was just about to replace you with Chris.
No.
He wanted to pull up.
Hey, if Chris wants to pull up, go ahead. I'm at work anyway. I'm just gonna do the draft. I mean, we've kind of talked about everything. We speculated for a few weeks now. So.
All right. Well, we were gonna do a mock draft 1.0 with Nutty Raider Nate. It's gonna be specifically him. It's not gonna be me. And we're just gonna do the top 3 rounds. We're not gonna go further than that because we're just crap shooting, right?
Yeah.
You good with that?
Yeah, exactly. I'm good.
But Chris,
if I dip out, if I dip, no, AR, if I dip out again, I don't know if it's gonna last. Go ahead and get Chris in here.
All right. Well, let's give it a try. If it craps out again, then we'll get Chris in here one time. All right. We're gonna go through the shit. One moment, please. All right. Oh shit! The hell happened to my camera? All right. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna make this bigger at one time. Got half a face. Okay, give me a moment. Give me more. Get that here. Make that smaller. Okay, we're good. All right. You can say that all right?
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, wait, no, I got to share it with you. Give me a moment. All right, give me... Sorry, gang, this is all stuff I'm trying to figure out on the fly. Just one moment, please. Okay, settings, videos. Where is it? Here we go. All right, we're good. You see it?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to do a top 3 rounds only with your boy, Nutty Raider Nate. I'm going to see if I've started. No, I haven't. So, you ready to roll?
Yep.
Ready, Hoodie? All right, let's do this.
It's good.
All right, put it on quick. We're not doing any trades either, okay?
No trades.
All right, so can you see the players that are there available?
No way. Cam Ward's right there? No fucking way.
Cam Ward, Will Campbell,
Wow.
Ashton Genty,
Should-
Armin Membo,
Wow.
Team
Hey,
Raw,
I did.
McMillan. All right, we'll go back to the top. So right about here.
Oh man. Oh god, Cam Ward for real?
Right.
That just threw a monkey wrench in everything. Damn.
That can't be right.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over Cam Ward 'cause I don't think that's real in
That's
real
not
life.
going to happen. All right, yeah. We're only overlooking. Otherwise, you'd probably take him, right? Like if he was there.
Yeah, I
But
think.
for all intents and purposes,
yeah.
I think mock draft is bugging. He's not falling that far. So go ahead, Nate.
That's crazy.
That's Luti. I'm not. Bueno.
Yeah, that's not the first time I've heard Cam Ward falling though. I've heard Shador going to the Titans last night.
Just
So
real
it's-
quickly,
it's-
Nate. Just to answer your question, Leo, just real quick. I thought it was mid, 5 out of 10. But anyways, go ahead.
Mid. Yep. I'm gonna go with my theory. My guy. Member.
Remember?
Yeah, stick with the trenches. Yep.
Over Campbell, and of course, like I mean, I'm a Genty guy, but this is your mock draft specifically, so you're not.
Yeah.
Campbell,
Yeah.
Who's touted to go higher than him?
Campbell's just a little too small for me.
Membo, the guy.
Yeah, I like Membo. He's nasty.
All right, going. All right, so that's round 1. So you took Membo in the first round, so we're going to be waiting for 37. We're not doing any trades, none of that bullshit. We're going to pick as is. All right, so here's the best of the bunch that's still available. I mean, Jackson Dart is there.
Oh, I do like Josh Simmons too, though, but that's too late for that.
All right.
That goes back to my theory. Getting injury-prone players. He didn't finish the season. Yeah, he's got some surgery going on.
Do you want me to see any other positions specifically?
Yeah. Let's look at cornerback. Let's see what our DBs look like. Running back.
Okay, so cornerback, Trey Amos, Siobhan Revel. I'm going to try and not butcher this name. Azaraya Thomas, I believe. Any of those guys? Sorry, any of those names spark interest, or would
I like Trey. I like Trey Amos, but let me see linebacker.
linebacker and then running back next? I hear about that. I hear good things about this guy, Carson Schweisinger.
Yeah, from UCLA.
Yep.
I think he's like a 3rd or 4th round guy though.
Okay.
But if he is a hell of a player.
Okay.
Let me see running back. So I'm probably gonna go running back right here.
Okay, so you got Trayvon Henderson and Quinshawn Judkins. So both the Thunder and Lightning from Ohio State is there, as well as Caleb Johnson from Iowa and Scatterboo, the guy you were talking about, Cam Scatterboo.
Yeah, Scatterboo's my guy. That could be later on though. He's predicted 88. Yeah, that's round 3. I'm gonna go.
Jackson Dart is there. I mean, what do you feel about him? Do you think he's got that, what I was saying before, that higher ceiling than Aiden O'Connell, and potentially could be that boom pick?
I think he's like a Will Levis, like a Will Levis, in that range. I think he's all hype, and I don't like Jackson Dart.
Okay, all right.
But maybe later on, I think that's too high for him.
So, Jalen Milroe is there as well. So you're looking cornerback, linebacker, or running back? Is that the direction you want to go?
Yeah.
What name piqued your interest the most? Was it the cornerback?
Let me see. Let me see D line. Let me see D line real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay, gotcha. Let me get this freaking ad out of the way. So you got Kenneth Grant. He's actually projected to go first round. And he's
Hey, give me Grant. It's over. Yeah, that's my nose tackle.
It's a wrap. Going.
Yep.
Gone. All right. So
yep.
That's who you got. So
trenches, baby. Trenches, baby.
Of course. Surprise, surprise, right? All right.
Yeah.
We're on the clock again. So your final pick. I'll go.
Let's go corner. Let me see what the corners. Yeah.
Xavier Watts at safety, but you want corner specifically. Jacob Parrish is the top prospect that's still available from Kansas State. Noah Williams, Dorian Strong. None of those names really pique your interest. What about running back? Caleb Johnson, Cam Scatterbury still there? Your boy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's go. It's Cam Scatterbury. Oh, hold on. Let me see.
Linebacker.
Yeah, linebacker. Yeah.
Demetrius Knight. I've heard about him, but Schweisinger is gone.
Yeah.
Any other position?
Otherwise, yeah.
Let's
go back. Yeah. Scatterboo, my guy.
Going.
Yep.
Going.
Hey.
Gone.
Scatterboo.
Boom.
Yep.
All right, there we go.
We're going to the Super Bowl, baby.
All right, I'm just gonna wait for this to wrap up so it can show us the final. There you go. So that's Nutty Raider Nate's mock draft 1.0. So he went most of the trenches, on both sides of the ball. So Armand Membo, tackle from Missouri. Kenneth Grant, defensive line tackle. You say he's a nose tackle?
Nose tackle, yeah.
Okay.
Monster.
From Michigan.
Monster.
And your boy Cam Scatterboo at running back from Arizona State. So there's Nutty Raider Nate's mock draft 1.0.
That's how you do. Hey, that's how you do it, guys. That's how you build from the inside out. That's how you do it.
I can respect.
I'm kidding.
I wouldn't.
I don't know nothing. I'm kidding.
Be mad. Hey, look, we're not experts. Yeah. We're just fans giving.
Nah.
Right?
Just having fun.
Jerry says we got a cap on you, Nate. If that dude is a beast.
Who?
I don't know. Joe likes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed it.
So.
Yeah.
I guess it's not a bad effort. I can appreciate it. I can respect it. Salute to you, Nate.
I looked over at Cam Ward for Membu, so I understand everybody hating, but it's all good.
All right, man. Well, any other final thoughts before you you said you got to get up out of here? While you do that, I'm going to send the link to Chris for Raiders and see if you can pull up one time. Go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody sliding through. I'm sorry, technical difficulties, new program. I probably need a new phone, to be honest. So I appreciate you guys' patience and everybody in the chat. I can't really see the chat, but I appreciate everybody as well supporting my guy down here, AR. Good peoples. Come check me out Friday. We'll probably be at tonight. I might make an appearance. You might see me with the Just Win Baby podcast crew. Pizzle's coming back, so be on the lookout for that on Raider Ben's channel. I'm at work right now, so I might not be able to do it, but we'll see how the day goes, and I might slide in real quick. But I appreciate you guys. If I don't see you guys till next week, it's all love. Let's get this win, right?
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks for pulling up one time, Nate. You know what time it is. Like, you know what I'm doing for the draft. You do know what I'm doing, right? What I did.
Yeah.
So
you're recording it. Yeah.
We record it. We don't go live. We record it off the live, and then we upload it later, just as a short, concise video. Because it's like I keep saying, everybody's going to go live, and I would rather just react to the pick specifically, because I don't care about these other picks. You know what I mean? So that's just how we do it on my side of the fence. But hey, Nate, if you want to come kick it with us for a pick, the offer is there. But I know you're probably going to be doing stuff with the other guys. So salute to you.
Are you guys doing all 7 rounds? I might stop in if you guys
pull up round 3 or 4.
Just the first round.
Pull up round 3 or 4.
Okay, yeah.
If
yeah.
Just hit me up. No, I'm not Bueno. I just
Yeah.
said like me and on six and maybe some others are going to be reacting specifically to the pick. So we're going to record our reactions not live and then upload it as a short video later. Just short, concise, straight to the point, much like I did last year with the Brock Bowers pick, and it seemed to get quite a big rotation. So that's how I'm going to do it on my side of the fence. But shout out to all the content creators going live. I will be tapping in and out, saying hello to as many people as I can before said pick. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. But I appreciate you, Nate. Get up out of here. Have a good day at work, and hopefully the next time we come together, it's either reacting to the draft pick or we're going to be talking about how pleased we are with said draft class, right?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, appreciate you, AR.
For sure, man.
Nation.
Get up out of here.
I'm out.
That's
Raiders.
All right, peace, gang. For sure. All right. Let's see if Chris has gone backstage yet. Doesn't look like he's there yet. All right. I'm going to wait 5 minutes, see if Chris pulls up, and then if he does not, then I am going to get up out of here. Oh, Twan wants the link as well. Okay, well, I'm going to send it to both of you, and whoever pulls up first, first come, first serve. So there it is, Twan. Just make sure if you're joining on your phone to have some earphones in, because the audio doesn't come through your phone via the speaker for some reason. I couldn't figure it out. So yeah, if you can do that, that should situate the problem. So I'm going to wait to see who's first come, first served. And we do have a guest. It is, well, sorry, Twan, but you're a little late on the scene. But if you still want to pull up one time, Twan, maybe when Chris leaves, I can get you up on camera for a minute. So, Chris, can you hear me? Hello, Chris. Nothing's coming through. One moment, please. Chris, I can't hear you, man. Can you hear me? Just give me a nod or a shake of the head. You can hear me. Okay. If you look down below, can you see like a speaker icon? Like a recording? Maybe change your microphone to whatever you use as your microphone, like whether it's a speakerphone or whatever it is. Yeah, this is the problem with newfound territory, is everyone's trying to figure everything out.
How about now?
Perfect. What's going on, Chris? What's cracking?
All right. What's going on, Nation? Hey, AR. Glad to see you.
Yeah, you too, man. What's good? What's goody?
I'm just can't wait for this draft, man. Like you said, we had some abysmal drafts in the past few years. Let's get it right.
Let's get
for
it
a change.
Right. Short and sweet, simple.
Because we know, you know, I know, everybody knows what we need. Let's get those needs. Let's get players, quality players.
Right.
You know, getting these like I put in the chat earlier, no more of these Gruden grinders. What the hell's a Gruden grinder?
Right.
No Gruden grinder. We need players. Yeah. You know, players that play to their full potential, man.
Right. No more of these project guys, you know what I'm saying? And salute to you, Willie Wayne, I see you in the building.
Look, you know, like Nate said earlier, why are we drafting guys that are already injured?
Right.
Then we got to wait a year or 2 years to have them rehab and get better now.
Right.
I want players that you ready to go, let's go.
For sure. If you're going to do that round 4 and thereafter, even then it's
round 4.
But they better have high ceiling potential if they're going to be doing that kind of quackery, so to say. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of these Tanner Muse type deals. Friggin' Alex Leatherwood, Tyrone Wilson.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a problem. Too many of these cats we draft, right?
Yeah.
So we'll talk about round 1 specifically. I mean, what direction, if you could have the pick of the litter for the guys in that region, what's your say?
What? Or me?
You.
we have. I think. Well, I'm looking at the Raiders, what they have now, and what we need. There's three things that we definitely need. Definitely need.
Gotcha.
That's a running back, a la
Yep.
Genty. We need guards.
We do.
Whatever guards you want to take, whatever. And we need a number one wide receiver. Now, the last two don't need to be picked in the first round.
So you're not on the Genty.
But I don't want the Raiders to go look at the shiny new toy because it has a big name in college like they've been doing in the past. Oh, it's a big name, let's get them. Nah, we don't need that. We need players of need.
Have we done that though? We haven't really gone the shiny new toy outside of Brock Bowers. Like all these other guys are like project guys that just don't pan out. When you look at
not real. Well, they haven't done that, but I don't want them to do it start now. Okay, I don't want to, oh, he's a big name in college. Let's get him. No. Let's settle down. Let's get what we need.
Sounds like
I prefer them to.
Right?
Well, Genty, I'm not on board with Genty, but if they pick him, so be it. Give him a offensive line that can block for him. I know he can break tackles and all that stuff, but if he does that, that means he's gonna last 1-2 years. He's gonna hurt every year. But what I was saying, get players of need. I prefer to trade back, depending on what six, and get a good trade offers and get more picks. Because you know how Pete Carroll is. He like competition. So let's get some players that can compete. If you can't beat this rookie you just drafted, then you're on the bench.
Okay. I'm good with, if we can find good value, then so be it. But, we've already got a boatload of picks. I'm good with what we've got and picking the BPA at every draft pick that we have available as of yet if we don't make any moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's still.
So who's your guy?
I mean, we have 9 picks. They got teams that got 11 picks. I would have 11 picks. Get that extra pick. Somewhere trade down to. Okay, for example, let's say Shadur Sanders at 6. I'm not taking them. And New Orleans give a call. All right, give me your pick in the second round and next year first round. If you want them that bad. Now I'll take the thing. No, we're picking 10, 9.
We're at 6, man.
No, we're 6. They're picking at 9.
What are you talking about?
So that's not a far drop.
Are you talking about the
If you can draft. Yeah, you can draft a couple more players. That's what I say.
So,
or steal it.
Who's your guy?
My pick.
Who's your guy in round 1?
I like Mason Graham.
Okay.
Although reports come out that blah blah blah, but you know how the draft is. You know how the rumors are. You know how speculations are. They make things up.
Snack.
That's probably the only person I really want. Really, I want that defense to be so fierce that teams are scared to come play us like they used to be.
Okay, so you're sounds to me like your phone's ringing.
Yeah, it does every 5 minutes. Seem like.
Oh good. I debated this with shout out to Raider Jeff last time I did a live that I wouldn't be mad with Graham, but for me, the reason why I'm going Genty is that, we're defensive line is a position we're strong on paper as it stands. I mean, you could never have enough, guys on the line, per se. But for me, if Genty's the BPA in that 6th region, and like I said before, if this running back class is supposed to be the deepest it's been in a long time, and he's the best of the bunch by almost a big margin, then that's for me a trigger that you just got to pull, right?
Yeah, well, the running back room is really big. They got a lot of different running backs. There's too many styles, so we can pick and choose later, but we might not get the best out those running backs. So if we don't pick running back by the second or at least 3rd, then we're looking at the way they pick the pick of the litter. So right. I don't want to take a running back in number 6.
Okay.
If we can trade down, and Genty's still there, which I doubt. And matter of fact, Genty might not even be there by the time we pick anyway.
Yeah, he could be gone. I mean, he could go to
Because
the
you got
Giants.
Chicago, you got Chicago. Let's say Bears. Yeah, Bears. Bears peeking in, and they hollering about Genty, so they might trade up too because they got 2 second-round picks.
Okay.
So their trade offer is like a little better than ours. So they might just sneak up in there and trade with somebody like New England or whoever's in front of us. Hey, we'll give you this for Genty, and they might just swoop them up.
Okay. Well, Schnack says his personal is number 1 Genty and then number 2 Graham. Okay. That seems to be the consensus. A lot of people are on the Mason Graham train, as well as like or an offensive. It's either usually Graham, one of the offensive tackles, specifically Membu, or it's Genty is usually the consensus, like where people want to go in the first round specifically, right? You good?
I'm laughing at Bueno. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I had to trim my hedges. I'm sorry. What say you, Mr. Twan?
Is Twan still in the chat? I think he might have been gone. But keep shooting, Chris. I might just hit him up, see if he wants to pull up after you.
Okay. I think Twan was talking. Twan?
No, Twan's not. Twan's not here, I don't think. But what about later down the line with the draft? I asked Nate this question, and I'll ask you: is there any guys that like you feel you've kind of earmarked and that should be available after the first round that like you would like to take a flyer on specifically?
No, Twan's not in the broadcast. Okay. The later rounds. Okay. So hypothetically, who do we pick at number 6? Just hypothetically, your thoughts. Who are we picking at 6?
Look,
just hypothetically.
I've already highlighted. Like I'm good with whatever direction they go. Whether it be, I want Genty. That's who I would like to get, being for the reasons I highlighted before. But if it's not him, then like as long as somebody that's in that region, like it could be Membo, it could be Graham, it could be Genty, Ward, or Will Campbell. I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
As long as it's not like some like we were saying before, some guy who's injury prone who's
Catamuse.
Yeah, kind of like that. You know and to I'm not Bueno's comment, like, am I cool if we trade back for the right price? And we have to make good on like if we trade down, like of course there's a drop off in talent per se. Like I still want us to get value there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we do have a lot of areas of need, which we need to address effective immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so hypothetically, say we were to take GT at 6. In that second round, we got to choose some kind of O-line. No member won't be there, but there are some O-lines in this draft. So second round, we got to take some type of O-line guy, a guard / tackle. He can play both. I already get a tackle, but you can put a tackle at guard. You can't put it, like Jeff said, you can't put a guard at tackle. You can put a tackle at guard. So if they get a tackle, we can have them like play next to Colton Miller and switch over Meredith to the right side because Meredith's there right now. And then because you don't want a rookie next to a second-year guy, I don't think, but you can switch it over. So we got to attack that if we get Genty in the first round. Then third round, you can go get cornerbacks, linebackers, receivers, and you start building from there. But we got to attack that line one way or the other if Genty's the first pick.
You're right. Like, we do need to address the interior specifically, like the guard position. I mean, like I keep saying, like we tend to do well in finding guys between round 2, 3, 4 that can solidify the guard position at a reasonable level per se. But yeah, you're right, Ray. I mean, like running back, cornerback is a major area of weakness. We're razor thin there. Linebacker, we're pretty thin there as well. So there's so many different directions we can go, being how many like positions we're lacking even a starter. You know what I'm saying? Like to go across to we have Jacorian Bennett, who I liked at cornerback, but we really need someone across from him. And linebacker, I mean, we're hoping that Devin White can return to form per se and play like he was a few years back, as well as Landon Roberts. Can he be that solidifying anchor, being the veteran presence in that linebacking core? So yeah, there's many different directions we can go. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, sorry. Do me a favor. This guy I keep talking about, not Jaden Brown. Jaden Barrett. I like. There's another guy you got to look at. He's from UTSA. Name is Zaw. Look up his stats. Look at how big he is, what he does. I'm thinking this guy is going to be. If somebody get him, this is going to be a steal if he can later rounds. I think he fits that Pete Carroll mode of D-backs, cornerbacks. He's a press cover guy. He had, I think, 6 interceptions. I look at his stats. I forgot 6 interceptions last year. His passer rating is high. Look him up. Zal from University of Texas San Antonio. Yeah, UTSA.
Okay.
Look him up. Look up his stats.
I'll have to have a look.
That guy.
After the live.
No, yeah, I'm saying, but that guy is a Raider.
What's his name?
The way he plays. I watched him play. Like, geez, this guy's. He hits. He tackles well. He wraps up. He's going to try to do the Marcus Ole Peterson thing, this Ole or Jack Jones go pass. He wraps you up.
Subway the people.
I think he'd be a good pick for the Raiders. Okay. But other than that.
What's his name? One more time.
Xavier Zaw. Z-A-H.
Zaw. Okay. Well, hopefully he can be better than the other guy that begins with Z, right?
I'm not gonna put you on a race tangent, man. Not when you say his name.
We're not gonna say his name, and then the raging Afakasi appears, right?
I'm not gonna be a Beyonce. Say my name. No, I'm not gonna say it.
Chris, I appreciate your takes. I do have Twan waiting backstage. I can only have
I'm about to say I'm gonna hop off.
So I do.
I'm about to say
I don't mean to usher you out of here, but I want to give Twan a chance to give his.
I was about to say I'm about to hop off and let Twan have it. I thought he was on both. He's not on. So anyway, hey, thanks for having me on AR Salute Nation.
Appreciate you.
Get that draft right today.
Thank you for the super chat before, my friend. Happy draft day.
Oh, no problem.
You enjoy what? Sorry. One last thing. You're going live with Jeff, right?
With Jeff and the gang, yeah.
Gotcha.
At 3:30 p.m. Pacific.
All right. I'm gonna try and tap in when I get a chance. Okay.
Do that, please. Please do that. All right, guys. Take it easy. All right. Twan, you up.
All right, for sure. All right, peace, man. All right, let me get Twan up in her. All right, Twan. Let's see if he's receiving. Hang on. Ooh. Wait. He's not on stream for some reason. Why not? One moment, Twan. Twan, I can't see you, man. Not on stream, show on stream. Why are you not showing up? Can't see you. Let me see if it's because there's. Nope. Why the frig not? Have you turned your camera on the thing? Oh, now it's off. Now it's on. Try backing out, Twan, if you can. Okay. All right. Just one moment. Brett, I see you. What if the Raiders take Roa McMillan at 6? Look, if they really believe he can be that number 1 wide receiver, then I guess so. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm just waiting for Twan to reappear. Okay. Nope. There he is. Twan, can you hear me? Hey, what's going on, Twan?
Hey, man. Hey, blessings to everybody today on the draft day. This is the day we get the groceries.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I'm excited, man. Look, last night I was watching some highlight tapes and everything else, man. I couldn't even go to sleep last night. I couldn't sleep good last night. I'll say it like that. just so excited about what we're gonna do today. And it's only one pick, right? You only get one pick today, but look, this is the start of a new season, and hopefully they make the right picks. I'll just say it like that.
For sure. Do you share my sentiments? Is that like I get excited for draft day more so than like my birthday and Christmas. Like for me, this is my birthday and Christmas rolled into one, right?
I wouldn't go that far about it, but it's close.
It's close.
I'll say that it's close.
Right.
Definitely.
I guess I say that because it's like the gift, you don't know what it's going to be and how it's going to, whether you're going to be happy or whether you're going to be upset. I mean, you're never going to be upset with a present, right?
I agree with you on that, Afakasi. We have all it has always been a surprise. If you use it as in a birthday reference, it's always been a surprise birthday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We've always been surprised, especially with that number one pick. So hopefully this one's not too much of a surprise. I'll say it like that. Of course, we may not necessarily know who it is, but the other ones were real surprises. I'll just say it like that.
Even the Brock Bowers pick was a surprise, like me included. I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, like
a pleasant surprise.
A pleasant surprise because he turned out better than a lot of us imagined. So
yeah.
And I see your comment there. We the people who says Sanders and McMillan. I kind of heard that about McMillan, but I heard that about Sanders. That there's the rumors are that like some of his interviews with some of the teams was generational bad. You know what I'm saying? Like they were disasters per se, and that for me is a red flag. So yeah. So Tuan, what direction would you like to go with our first round specifically?
You know what? I talked about this the other day on my live, and based on kind of on like I have what I would like, but then I'm looking also at what John Spytek has been projecting, right? And what he's been projecting in my eyes is that he's really going to commit to the lines, whether it's the offensive line or the defensive line. So it could be a Will Campbell that falls to 6, or it could be a Mimbu that falls to 6, or it could be a Mason Graham, or you know what I'm saying? What's his name from Georgia? Jalen Walker. It could be one of those guys on the line wise. And would I be mad at those guys? No, not at all.
Right. Me neither.
I'm going to tell you right now, I am a believer in Shedeur Sanders.
Okay.
And if they did get him at 6, like I would be excited. I would be excited, but that's kind of where I'm at. I think we've surprisingly, I think we've kind of set ourselves up with the entirety of our roster. We have people in place, but we can always upgrade in there, right? We have a quarterback in place. Of course, we can always build in that room. We have a running back in place, Mostert. We can always upgrade in that room, right? It's not necessarily like we have to by any means necessary, got to get this one specific person. Now, I do, and with that being said, I will also say I think one of our thinnest rooms is our cornerback room.
Right. Definitely razor thin.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So you have a young Bennett, a young ascending Bennett, and then we don't really know what Stokes is going to bring to the table, and then you have. Who's going to be our slot? Darnay Holmes. I don't like that cornerback room. So that's the only room that I really think. Okay, yeah, corner. But I don't even want to. If it's not Travis Hunter, I'm not going corner at 6. So I to be honest with you, I know I'm going the long way around Afakasi. But I think any place best player available is going to work for us. I think they're going to, like I said, my inkling is going to say that they're going to commit to the line, whether it's offensive line or defensive line.
Right. I mean, we definitely need to address the offensive line. But yeah, like, I mean, I said before, like, to Chris and to Nutty Nate, like, the direction I would like to go, if the pick of who should be there at number 6, like, for me, I am on board the Genty train. Much like, shout out to Westside, I see you in the chat feed. Like, for me, it's like I keep saying, like, if this is the strongest running back class in many years, and the guy who's the headliner, the best of the bunch, is there, then, and that's a position of high need. I mean, rated dead last with our rushing attack, like, you know, then let's go. We're a team very void of playmakers on both sides of the ball. But that's just me personally. Like, I would like to see Genty. But to your point, like, being with the way the roster is now, like, there's so many different positions we can go and take the BPA if they can be immediate starters and game changers. At the very least, that would be fantastic. But yes, I do agree, Willie. Like, I would like to see Hunter Renfro back, like, give him a chance to see what he can still do. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, Swan.
I'm with that. I'm with the Renfro business. I think we, and obviously I don't think we gotta, even if we went that route, I don't think it would be too expensive to get Renfro back. I think he would come in, kind of like in basketball. You can give him the veteran minimum and he'll go out there and prove himself again. In regards to the running back situation, I talked about that too. I'm more not into. I like Genty. I like him as a player, but I think because there's so many running backs in this draft that I don't think it's a dire need that we have to go get him right there at 6. I think if you look at other, other positions, like, like I was talking about O-line, you're gonna, if you don't get Mimbu or Will Campbell, it kind of it'll start to drop off. If you don't, same thing with the corners. Kind of like if you don't get Will Johnson or Travis Hunter, there's a drop off. But I think there's some solid running backs in this draft. I believe in the guys behind Genty. I'll say it like that. Not saying that I don't believe in Genty, but I also believe in the guys that are behind Genty. So if we did, for an example, if we did go with Mimbu, like everybody's talking about, and then we turn back around and got a Travion Henderson or Judkins or Hampton end up being there, that is a win-win for us. I think we would be just as successful. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just playing the soundbite. When James usually rocks up in the chat feed, that's usually the first comment he leaves is Raiders. So I had to play the soundbite one time for James. So salute to you. My objectivity to that is that, like, you said that it's not a high area of need. Well, we were rated dead last with our rushing attack.
I didn't say it was. I didn't say it wasn't a need. I just said I don't believe that getting him at 6 would benefit, especially when there's other running backs. I believe in the other running backs too. So it's not. I think we would still be able to address that 32, situation. But go ahead and
Sorry, I'm just situating something with family. Go ahead, Tuan. Keep going.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I believe in the other running backs. Not saying that I don't believe in Genty. I like Genty as a player. Yes, he looks good on tape. You know what I'm saying? And would I be mad if he end up coming to the team? I'm just like, hey, that's who they picked. That's who they believed in. We're gonna roll with it. But I think also I know that 32 has been put out there, and I think there's two. I don't want to say it takes two to tango, but it takes more than just one running back to to fix a 32, ranked rushing game. So
I said take 2. That's why I said draft 2. I don't care. Like, even if we did get Genty, I want to get someone else like down the line to complement Genty. So, yeah. I mean, like, I guess the other thing I was going to say is that, like, I'm trying to balance it out as well. Like, say, if we don't go the Genty route, like, is there really someone in another position that gives us that high ceiling right from the gate and beyond that? Like, is there a tackle or a guard that's like a BPA and is gonna be an immediate contributor, has a high ceiling to be that game changer the way that Genty does? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I feel like, I mean, I like what I hear from those about those guys like Campbell and Membu. But we, like I keep highlighting, like I'm happy with what we've got at right tackle. Colt Miller, like I'm not panicking yet. I think he will come back, and I believe he's still got 1 or 2 more years left in the tank. I do, however, want to. I keep saying this. We need to find a contingency plan sooner rather than later, and that, I guess, kind of brings it back to you, Tuan, your points. We need to address that left tackle soon and get ourselves the next incumbent for the left tackle position. But yeah, like I said, like for me, like from what I understand and hear about Genty, is that this is a guy who's a game changer, who has the highest ceiling to be that game changer at a very high area of need. That, why not? A team that is very void of playmakers, especially on the offensive side of the ball, on both sides of the ball. I mean, we've got Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers, I do like, and Geno Smith. Look, at the very least, he's going to be solid. You know what I mean? Like, can we get more than solid? Time will tell. But yeah, look, I'm for Genty. If we go another direction, if we go Graham or Membu or whoever, like, I'm not going to be. I would like Genty first and foremost, but if we go that route, like, I'm not going to be like, punching my table or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as it's not one of these like left field guys, these injured guys, these project guys. Like, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah,
I really don't. I don't want another Tyree. I don't want another Cleve Farrell. I sure as hell don't want another Leatherwood or Damon Arnett. You know what I'm saying?
That's what has, and that's what has me questioning Will Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Because Will Johnson is some people consider him to be the number 1 corner because he's the pure corner. He's not the hybrid like Travis Hunter. I think Travis Hunter is a better corner, but that's just my personal preference. Right. But he has injury concerns. I don't even think he ran a 40. Will Johnson. Right. So now you have a cornerback that has not ran a 40. And we know you can speculate and say, oh, he didn't run a 40 because there's something injury. But you know what I'm saying? There's something behind the injury, because I have not met in my years of football, I have not met a corner that did not want to run the 40.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's where, you know what I'm saying? One of the best corners in the NFL, Deion Sanders, said, I'm going to run the 40 and that's about all I'm going to do. So that's how important the 40 is to cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? So if he's not running the 40 like that, then that kind of throws another thing, wrench into why he's injured or the extent of his injury, right? So I'm kind of cool off of Johnson, but I think, and I've been saying this too. I know, and you talked about Geno Smith. I know Geno Smith is good at running, but he shouldn't have to.
Right. I get.
You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a need. It should just be like, oh, I want to do this.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to do this. It's and I think that's why I'm more into the line. As I continue to build it out and think about it, I'm really more into this line because again, how long really do we have Colton Miller?
Right, absolutely.
And if we know that day is coming, we need to have somebody already in place.
Like I keep saying, yeah.
We don't need and that's where we failed. And I'm gonna say his name, and some people is gonna hate it, but that's where we failed with Derek Carr. We had Derek Carr. He was our franchise quarterback. He held it down as a starter, but there was nobody that they brought in behind him to take over the reins.
Right.
And we got to do that, especially at the blind side, right? They talk about the left tackle being the blind side, right? We got to have some contingency plan there. And Thayer Mumford's not going to work for it. You know what I'm saying? At Glaze, I like Glaze, but I think Glaze needs to stay where he's at as a rookie
keep him there. Don't fuck with it.
Keep him at right tackle. Don't have him doing the cha-cha slide up and down the line. In his young years, he needs to stick to one spot.
We finally get a right tackle, a young right tackle in the door, and people are already talking about moving him around. Can somebody name me any time in the last 2.5 decades where we've hit it with a right tackle specifically? Even the years we were strong, like 2016, we were still void of a right tackle. The only right tackle that was worth a damn since I've been a fan was Trent Brown, and getting him on the field was an issue in itself. You know what I'm saying? The next best one, arguably, check this out. Here's a hot take, Twan. The next best one after that, before DJ Glaze, was Khalif friggin' Barnes.
Oh my gosh.
Name me a right tackle that was better than Khalif Barnes. Maybe Austin Howard for a minute, but he wasn't around for a while. Anthony Provencio, salute to you. But like, it goes to my point. Like, it's a position that we finally got a young guy who looks like he can solidify that year one. So why are we messing with that? Leave him there.
Yeah. The only way that I would mess with Glaze is if we got somebody in and they beat him out. You know what I'm saying? If they beat out Glaze and then he became the swing tackle, then cool. But I'm not going to have him, we just going to move you to left and then have this guy. No. Just leave him there. That's the same, and that's the same thing off Afakasi I feel about JPJ. Right. I think there's a lot of people talking about, they're talking about moving him to guard. I'm like, no.
Leave these young cats where they're thriving. Don't have them moving around doing the cha-cha slide, as you so eloquently put it. They're good enough to solidify the role now. Leave them there to hone their craft so they can continue to excellence.
Yes.
That ascension to excellence. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yes.
That's how I feel. But I just want to.
So
go ahead. You got more.
Go ahead.
I just want to circle back to two comments. I'm just going to try and scroll up. Westside, I sent you the link if you wanted to pull up one time for a minute. Like, I did hit you up in the DM, so you can come on after Twan's been on, because I can only have one guest at a time. I'm trying to find the comment. I think it was where the people mentioned Khalil Mack. There it is. So Khalil Mack had one opportunity to prove himself against Ohio State and took advantage. Yeah, I watched that game live with the people. That's how I got to know Khalil Mack. Because I don't watch college football, even back then when I watched more football than just Raider football. And that was a game I just so happened to have had live on the TV while I was doing my chores around the house. And he was the name that kept like popping up, making plays all over the goddamn place. That particular game, and remember, Ohio State was contending for a national championship that year. I believe they won it too. He was making sacks. He was making run stops. He took a screen pass, intercepted it, and took it to the house, like 30 yards. So I remember that game very well, we the people. And going back to James's comment. All right, so I usually don't get outlandish with my takes, but this is something that might come across as outlandish, and you might think it's a hot take. You might think I'm bugging. But I'm going to say it anyway, because he mentioned it. He said, don't forget DHB or Hayden type picks. Well, my hot take is this. I would take DHB's production and the pick of DHB over the likes of Farrell and the likes of Tyree Wilson. Make of that what you will.
Yeah, I would take it.
And let me explain to you why. Let me explain to you why.
And I like Tyree. I'll say it like that too.
Let me explain to you guys why, and I want you to follow me, right? And salute to you, Eduardo. I see you in the building. We drafted Darius Hayward-Bay. That was the very first draft pick that I was able to watch as a fan of the Raiders. Right? I watched that live. His year one, very underwhelming, and by no means lived up to the expectation for a first round wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? He had a pretty woeful first year. The knock on him was he had hands of stones. It followed him his rookie year, right? His second year, he did progress a little bit, but still not the production you're looking for with a wide receiver that you draft in the first round. But year 3 and year 4, this is a guy solidified a starting role as that number 2 guy. This guy got 900 yards in his third year, 600 plus yards in his third year, had a catch percentage of over 50%, had like, I can't remember how many touchdowns he had, but he was quite productive as that number 2 wide receiver. Okay, so I will take a guy who at least solidified himself starting and being reasonably productive than say these Tyree Wilsons and these Cleve Farrells who are rotational guys. And I know we the people like Cleve Farrell, you were highlighting that he's playing on playoff teams, but what's he doing? He's still a rotational guy at best who does things in spots. I'm taking a solid starter over rotational guys. That's my hot take. Just wanted to get that out real quickly.
And that's on value. You know what I'm saying? I think we're, especially with Clee, because I like both of those guys. I like Tyree and Clee. But what you have an injury person with Tyree that's barely trying that's just got back. I'll just say that just got back. You can almost mark, what is this? This is his third year, and pretty much you can say he's a second year player. And then with Tyree? With Tyree. And then you have Cleveland Farrell, where, again, like we were talking about the offensive line, they were doing the cha-cha slide with him, you know what I'm saying? And not let him really perfect, you know what I'm saying, one spot. And now he's on other teams, and that's what they have him do. They say, hey, this is the one specific thing I need for you to do. Go out there and do it. And he's doing his job. So, you know, don't be surprised that you see Cleve Farrell, you know what I'm saying, for years and years to come, because finally he's in the teams now finally have him in the role in which he should have been drafted.
But forgive me if I'm mistaken. He's still only doing things in spots. He's not is he a solidified starter? Is he?
That's what I'm saying. We drafted him as he was a stone cold, you know, day one, ready to go, going to be a franchise cornerstone of this team type of player, and he's not that.
Right. But circling back to
we found out that the other guys that were on that same D line were the franchise guys. Not Clee.
No. Clee was a spot guy for the Raiders, and from what I understand, he's still a spot guy, which you can hang around in the league if you're gonna consistently produce like that. But that's all he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's by no means a game changer. And look, that's history. But looking at the now, like I see people talking about Tyree in the comments, like Tyree Wilson, like you've had 2 years to develop. Like, did you say you're treating this as his second year?
Yeah, because you gotta wipe out that first injury year.
Why? Why? He still plays significantly
because he came in with the foot.
So
that whole season
he still had it. That's still his year one. Still his year one.
I mean, I'm talking about of actual production and work. He didn't do much in the first year.
No, he didn't. But I'm just saying, like it was still his year one. I mean, granted, he wasn't supposed to be playing, and granted, like I do give him like, okay, I do give you that. Like, right, he was he was injured coming into the draft, and I do kind of give him concessions per se for that year one season, but at the same time, that's still, I treat that as his year one. He still got significant game time.
Okay.
Year two, like, he did some things in spots, and like there were times when, like, I can appreciate that, but like I keep saying, nobody's going to sell me that Tyree has even come close to the bare minimum expectation that you want from a top 10 player.
Oh.
Much like I said about Cleve Farrell, I'm going to say that about Tyree. You know what I'm saying? If you draft in the top 10, you want to be getting yourself at least a solid starter. I mean, think back to preseason last year. Tyree Wilson wasn't even the best rotational guy. That was Janarius Robinson and friggin' what's his face? Charles Snowden. Like, he couldn't outplay those two guys in preseason, and that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, he got better as the season went along, but I've never had that moment with Tyree where I felt like, you know what? He's not there yet, but there's a possibility he can live up to that first round draft selection. You know what I'm saying? I've never had that moment, and I'm hoping this is year 3. I hope I see what you see, we the people, that he does. I don't know, man. Like, look at who we have on the defensive line, and if they're all healthy, Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins, Adam Butler, and Malcolm Kuntz. Like, there's no better situation for this guy to succeed, whichever one of those players swaps out for him to come in. So, Tyree, come on, dog. Like, please, like, put it together. Prove someone like me and a lot of us wrong that, like, you can live up to that first round selection expectation.
I'm with you.
Yeah, there's another name. Sorry, Twan. There's another name, Anthony. Chason, K'Lavon Chaisson is a testament to what I said. K'Lavon Chaisson is a guy who didn't live up to that first round expectation elsewhere, came over to us, and there was many occasions last season where I could see, you know what, like, it didn't work out for you in Jacksonville, and you may have not have lived up to that first round selection there. But, like, he showed me enough last season to say, you know what, I can see why they invested a first round draft selection with the plays he was making, and just Tyree's just never done that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna. It's funny because I've been holding that one back because I know a lot of people want to grill, Farrell and all that. And I'm like, hey, you like Farrell? You know what I'm saying? You weren't a fan of Farrell, but you were definitely a fan of Snowden, and Snowden was a bust per se. Snowden. You know what I'm saying? Coming out the first draft, huh?
Are you talking about Snowden?
No, Chaisson.
Right. Okay.
What I'm talking about, everybody wants to bash Farrell, but Chaisson was in the same situation in with Panthers. You know what I'm saying? They drafted him number 1. He didn't stay his whole contract there. Had to go, So, but he ended up getting it together. So, Tyree, in regards to Tyree, I think this is definitely going to be his last draw. Not just for the Raiders, but for the NFL. I think if he doesn't show something here, at least show, the basic, I can be a rotational guy, then this might be the end of his career, and that's fine. His rookie contract's up. We ain't spending no more money on him. We don't have to spend more money on him because we're not going to re-sign him. It's all good.
Yeah, this is Tyree's prove it. Yeah, like, look, I will at least say with Tyree, he is a spot guy and a rotational guy, and he will find another roster once his time with the Raiders. Look, he really needs to, show some urgency and prove something at least this year and next year. And salute to your Raider Shield family I see in the building. That's Nabman93. Nice to see you in the feed, my friend. But, like, I will give him that, like, he will, like, if we don't re-sign him, and it's not looking like we're going to re-sign him if this is all we're going to get out of him, like, he will find himself on another roster. He can be a spot guy, and there are places on rosters for spot guys. But it's like I keep highlighting and I keep saying, to be a spot guy and a rotational guy when we drafted you at 7, that is unacceptable. Unacceptable. So he needs to step his game up and show some more urgency and produce better than what he has been. For us, including myself, the guys who believe what I just said to be the case, hopefully he can prove us wrong, right?
I think the only way, and hear me out on this, I think the only way that Klee comes back after his rookie contract is if we financially place him where he belongs.
Where do you think that is?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna give you $5 million. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's the market, but I'm just saying we gonna give you the bare minimum.
Thank you, Netman.
If you want to stay here. Because there's still, there's still some benefit to have that, what I'm saying? Our D lines, like you said, the names that you put, it looks good when you got Tyree, coming in for whoever's getting some Gatorade, right? You know what I'm saying? It looks somewhat okay, having, if Kuz decides to get some water, you can put Tyree out there for a snap. And then, what I'm saying, you could change them out like that. That looks good. But if we pay for somebody that much, then yeah, we can do that. But we're not going to give him, 15 mil to be a debt piece.
Keep shooting, man. I just need to go and situate my dog real quick. So just give me one moment.
Yeah. I can't really see the chat, but I'm looking. You guys let me know. And I know Afakasi will probably start reading it. How do you guys feel about going
What's up, Anthony?
best player available no matter what?
Yeah, well, that's how I feel as well. Like, look, we're in a position where we can go best player available no matter what. And yeah, for me, round one specifically, from what the little I know with the draft prospects, like I just feel like Genty is that, and it's a high position.
Okay.
It's a high need for us at running back. I get it. Like we debated before, it's a deep class, but like, why not get the best of the bunch if he is that? Pull the friggin' trigger, but we will see. But as for, sorry, you want to say something, Tuan?
No, and let me put this out there on the record, because I know some people are going to be like, oh, Tuan said so-and-so, right? I don't completely disagree with going with Genty. Let me say that. I don't completely disagree with going with Genty, but I just feel like we should go in a different direction in regards to that. So I don't want nobody like, Tuan didn't want Genty, Tuan didn't. No, look, I'm cool with that. I do believe that there's value in Genty, but I think there's another way in which we could build out the entirety of this roster.
Gotcha. I'm just going to scroll up because there's quite a few people that were mentioning with Malcolm Kuntz. Like, he's a guy that I am happy that we did re-sign in the offseason. I really wanted to see him take that next step after the promise he showed in the second half of 2023 when he was unleashed, so to say. You know what I mean? Because remember, he was in McDaniel's doghouse for the majority of his time with us and just kind of floundering as that rotation guy. But like
that video played in my head where he was yelling at Kuntz.
Right. That one and that incident.
I just heard it.
And that incident against the with the Chiefs when he got called for that false penalty.
Yeah.
And then
unfortunately,
McDaniels grilled him even though he was protesting like he didn't do anything. And when you look at the replay, he didn't. But McDaniel, you could tell by the body language and the way he grilled him, he kind of gave him the I don't want to hear it, just go away. And the guy was being treated as a rotation, but when he finally got his chance, the guy flew off the tape and was coming hot out of the gates. And like it sucks that we lost him at the start of last season before he could do on the promise that he showed towards the end of that season. And the fact that like the word through training camp is that he was showing leadership qualities, which was something I really liked, and I wanted to see that more. But we never got that chance. I didn't think that we would even get that chance moving forward, being that I thought like maybe they'd look at re-signing Clavon Chase on being that like how much he produced with us and that he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what? I'm not mad that we brought Malcolm Kuntz back, and hopefully he comes back healthy, motivated, because we got him at a reasonable deal. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be motivated to live up to the promise that he showed and try and earn that big bag. Because if he does keep trending upwards from that form he showed back in 2023, he's going to be in for a big payday, and I'm sure he's going to be hungry to prove that, as well as to the Raider fans and faithful, that like he is that dude, not just a flash in the pan, right?
Yeah, I think with Kuntz, we got him on a good deal, a great deal, because when you look at the market of D linemen, that's kind of where you're, you know, where you, that's pretty much the range. But I think we have to I put question marks on guys. That's what I do as players. For players, I put question marks in. He has a question mark. And this organization has also put a question mark on him, because if they didn't put a question mark on him, he wouldn't have a 1-year contract.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We would have signed him to a 3-year, 4-year type of deal, and we didn't do that. So they also have a question mark on him, because we don't know what is the production going to be coming out of this injury. Yes, he did look good. Like you said, he did look good, the years prior, leading up to the injury. There was those moments of, yes, I think Kuntz is going to be our guy, but we don't know. And I think that's why there's that 1 year. So he's on a prove-it year, and I think he's going to come out hungry, because he knows that money is waiting on him. You know what I'm saying? If he produces, we got money set aside for him. You know what I'm saying? Mark Davis has been eating PF Chang's and doing all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying, so that we can have some money set aside for players like that. So we'll see what he does. And if he doesn't produce, hey, sorry, we might lowball him and say, hey, this is what we're going to give you, but you can go somewhere else. But we'll have, hopefully in this draft, we'll have somebody that's ready to go right into that spot if need be, because we definitely are going to need replacements at certain places, if not starters.
Look, I believe Kuntz is going to turn up. He's going to play motivated and hopefully make good on that promise. But if he doesn't, then look, Tyree, you better make the most of your opportunities. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But it's getting late for me, Twan. I appreciate you giving me your time in that. Any last thoughts or what you're doing for the draft in that?
You know what? I look, Raider Twan. I'll say that, Raider Twan on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to give some stuff out for free. You know what I'm saying? But I need for some people to hit that subscribe button. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, I believe I might be going live with some other content creators. I don't know who they all may be. But you might see me over with Raiders Allegiance, Lunatic Raider. I think we'll be doing something specifically at 4 p.m. For the draft. So I know people got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Just come on by, hit that like button. If you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button on everybody today. We're all trying to, get it together for the Raiders. So definitely support us as we take our time to do this all for you guys. So definitely subscribe to Raider Twan. Twan on IG, and also Twan on Twitter. I'm going to be on Twitter, you guys. I'm going to be tweeting, Xing, and all that good stuff. So you do not want to miss what I may say during the draft, and especially during the regular season, during the games on Twitter. So Twan on Twitter and IG. That's where you can find me. Thank you, Afakasi. You already know. Much love. Appreciate you for having me on your show. Always.
Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate it, brother. And everybody else, Chris Paul Raiders, as well as my guy Nutty Raider Nate. yeah, look, we're going to get active in a couple of hours. There's going to be a lot of us going live. And Raider Shield family, I can't, I don't have access to my chat feed at the moment. But if somebody could share out his channel, if everyone can show him the same support that he shows us, that would be appreciated. It's 1:30 a.m. I got to get some sleep because the draft is going to be upon us in 6.5 hours. So
yeah,
that's me done. Thanks to everybody who pulled up one time. Once again, appreciate everybody. Salute to the guys who super chatted. My guy on 6, Chris 4 Raiders, and did I miss somebody? Cheeto, he sent me a super chat too. So special shout outs to those guys. Yeah, I'm tired. I got to get some sleepy sleep, so I better get up out of here. But thanks everyone. Raider Nation for life. Win, lose, or tie. You know what time it is. Raider Nation till we what? Raider Twan.
Die.
Till we mother friggin' die. All right, peace chat. We'll see you during the draft. All right, peace.
Yes, sir.